and it is welcome to you, Dr. Zafreen Valli, co founder and Care4U2, and also to you, Attiya, Daabhay, speech therapist and audiologist. Lovely to have you guys on the show. Zafreen, I can't believe how many years has it been that you're involved
Well,
with this organization?
12 years now, Alhamdulillah. Auntie Julie, remember you interviewed me when I just started
Yes.
the organization that many years ago? And I must say, Shukr, Alhamdulillah, it's been a journey, quite a challenging one because it's a very niche concept. And Alhamdulillah, we're growing slowly but surely, one step at a time.
Subhanallah, subhanallah. Now, I mean, I've spoken with many people who run upliftment programs, charitable organizations, and with the economy being so, well, challenging, I won't say so bad, but there are challenges as far as our economy is concerned. And lots of organizations are bemoaning the fact that the pie is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And I have no doubt in my mind that you are faced with similar problems. Tell us about how you started up and what has brought you to this point 12 years later regarding your foundation. You are the co founder of Care4U2.
Gee, so 12 years ago, we are a few ladies that founded the organization together, and one of which is Shanaz Adam, who is a special needs teacher at that point at Forest Town School, where we actually saw the we saw the need to bridge this gap, whereby children, special needs children, did not have assistive devices to take home with them. So they've had their devices that they could use at school, but once they leave school, they didn't have the wheelchair, they didn't have a standing frame, they didn't have these necessities that they actually need to continue with their sitting, their standing, even in the home environment. So we came in and we decided that the best way for us to do it is to actually bridge that gap by actually helping the parents get an additional wheelchair for home usage, and that would also entail additional devices for home if need be. So that was one of the how can I say, that was our secondary goal to the organization. Our primary goal for the organization is something called respite care. Now, respite care is also co-founded by two of our initial members, a speech and hearing therapist at that point, as well as an occupational therapist at that point, who decided that the need for respite care was just as big as any other device that could be given. So, just to cut it short, briefly, in South Africa, we don't have respite care programs which are which are there specifically for the parents or the caregivers of these children. So what we decided is we piloted this project whereby we sent a couple away for a small, short weekend break, and the child was obviously looked after for by one of their family members, which was chosen by the parents to take care of their child. And when the parents came back and the reviews that we got and the difference that it made, although it was just 2 nights, was enormous. And that's when we realized that, you know what, let us rather combine both these concepts and bring it together in one and start up this non-profit organization. So Alhamdulillah, 12 years later, we are still standing. We're still doing what we do with respite and outreach, and slowly but surely growing with many, many international projects as well, working with other organizations in collaboration. And Alhamdulillah, we've now reached out to almost every province in South Africa as well.
Subhanallah, I really and truly salute you for sticking with it, knowing that there were many challenges right at the beginning. You are the co founder for Care4U2, and you mentioned Shanaz Adam. Is she the other person involved there with you?
Yes, she is.
Okay.
Currently, Care for You to Respite Outreach has 4 board members, all
Okay.
women, all professionals, and we all do this after hours. Nobody gets any compensation or is not paid for any of the work that they do. Alhamdulillah, very, very nice team, very brilliant, support from our board members as well. One is Zaida Hussein, the other one Shirin Ibrahim. So, Alhamdulillah, all I can say is that we have good understanding amongst us, and I think that's what makes it good teamwork, and we can get a lot more done.
I just want to mention, by the way, nothing to do with this interview, but I've interviewed Chinaz's daughter, Dr. Aisha Yaqub. She's also doing amazing work. So it looks like it runs in the family. Alhamdulillah. Let's
Alhamdulillah.
introduce our next gorgeous guest on the show, speech therapist and audiologist. You have a dedicated focus on pediatric care and the deaf and hard of hearing population. um, your journey has been pretty interesting up to now. You're pretty young to be involved in this type of work, but I guess that's when you should be starting, when you're young and you can also understand the needs of younger people. Alhamdulillah, may you grow from strength to strength. Why did you decide to join Care4U2?
Okay, so firstly, I know Dr. Zafreen quite well and Auntie Shanaz as well. And they approached me in terms of a speech therapist to come as one of their guest speakers for the support group. And I saw how well it was doing and the need for it. So that's when I actually decided to come on as one of the facilitators to try and facilitate this group and to try and bring a different dynamic and to try and assist those who in our community who don't really have access to these kinds of support groups and services and communities where they can just share their stories and share their journeys, because I feel like there's no space for that in our community. So that's when we actually decided to start the support group and for me to become a facilitator for the support group.
You're very passionate about what you do as a speech therapist and an audiologist. And I think particularly knowing um, it's as if people with hearing difficulties are almost forgotten, marginalized,
Mm-hmm.
because I think the wider public sees people with hearing difficulties as maybe not as urgent a need. They'd rather be focusing in assisting people with possibly very visible disabilities. And so um, that part of our community are almost forgotten. And
Mm-hmm.
Alhamdulillah, that's where you and Dr. Zafreen Valli and Care4U2 come into play. How much of work have you already been involved in regarding assisting children with hearing difficulties?
Okay, so I work with children who have hearing difficulties at Baragwanath Hospital. So that's where I'm employed as a speech therapist and audiologist. And that's where I do the speech therapy and hearing tests and assist those children. When it comes to our support groups, we look at a wide range of disabilities. So it's not only children with hearing loss, but children with any kinds of developmental difficulties, syndromes, or any kind of disabilities. So the support group started about 2 years ago, and we try and run it for a 6 week cycle. So it happens every Saturday consecutively for 6 weeks. And we try and have 3 to 4 support groups a year. That's our goal, but it also depends on how many people respond and how many people we get coming in. And yeah, we try and focus on a lot of different topics within our support group. So it's offering support for our mothers. We try and talk about their journey, what they are struggling with, their family support, and how we can help them support their child. We also talk about financial difficulties they might be having. We try and help those who don't have access to therapy get access to necessary therapy, schooling, or programs that can assist their children to be more productive. And then we also have psychological services available for our moms where they can talk about anything they may be having difficulty with, like depression, anxiety, and also just how to take care of themselves. So, in terms of the support group, it's not limited to one kind of disability, but it's support for all mums with any kinds of disability or children with special needs.
Okay, let's go for our first ad break. When we get back, we'll have approximately another 15 minutes to engage with you ladies about where your passion is in uplifting those neediest of needy in our community, inshallah.
Go to school hungry because of poverty. Penny Appeal South Africa's Breakfast Club aims to get a warm, hearty meal to underprivileged children so they can spend their day prospering in their schoolwork. Help feed a needy learner for only 5 Rand a day or 150 Rand a month. Or visit our website www.pennyappeal.org.za or call 031 1100 573 to find out how you can donate. Penny Appeal South Africa. Small change, big difference. When the perfect blend of stylish decor, exquisite halal cuisine, and warm hospitality come together, it could only mean Albeit Lodge, your true home away from home. Albeit is the ideal heaven for families, business people, and tourists with its 4-star family rooms and other luxurious facilities, conveniently situated close to Port Elizabeth Airport, the beach, and other amenities. Your stay will be truly unforgettable, as you'll be taking home lasting memories of the warm hospitality, the serenity and tranquility that Albeit has to offer. For reservations, call 041 583 6415 or visit www.albeitlodge.co.za.
Yasin Badat Financial Advisory. Are your financial goals feeling out of reach? Yasin Badat Financial Advisory is here to turn your aspirations into achievements. Our dedicated team, armed with a history of success, is ready to guide you through the complex nature of financial and investment planning. Whether you're a seasoned investor or new to the game, our personalized solutions cater to your unique goals and risk appetite. Trust in our commitment to transparency, integrity, and excellence. Ready to unlock a world of financial freedom? Partner with us today. Call Yasin Badat Financial Advisory at +27 33 346 2071 or visit www.yasinbadat.com. Yasin Badat Financial Advisory, guiding you to financial success.
Hey, Gulam.
Yeah?
Did I return your lawnmower last month?
No, bye, you didn't.
Oh, no. Now what'll I do? I wanted to borrow it again, man.
With Randry Jewelers, you won't have to borrow or lend because the prices are so well trimmed on all gold and diamond jewelry. Alternatively, we could remake your old jewelry into a brilliant new design. Visit Randry Jewelers at 151 Stevens Lamini Road, Musgrave, Durban. Randry Jewelers, the family name you can trust.
Abu Huraira narrated that he heard the Prophet Muhammad, may the peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, say, "In black seed there is a healing for every disease except death." Experience the health benefits of this ancient blessed seed by using the Tib Black Seed range. Black seed assists the body to boost immunity, regulate blood sugar levels, reduce inflammation, and act as a potent antioxidant. Experience a holistic approach to health by introducing the Tib Black Seed range into your routine. Available in capsules, pure cold-pressed oil, and a vapor rub. Trust Tib Health Sciences for quality black seed products. For more information, visit blackseed.co.za. Available at leading pharmacies.
Make a conscious choice. Sip for change and support Palestine Drinks Africa. With every can, you help end the genocide and stand in solidarity with Palestine. Choose between our original or sugar-free options, available in a case of 24. Every sip is a step towards justice. Every purchase, a powerful message of unity and support for the Palestinian cause. Contact 082-888-1440 or 082-7739-556 today and be part of the change. Palestine Drinks Africa. Sip for change. Liberty for everyone.
Rejuvenating media day by day. This is Salam Media.
Welcome back. It is exactly 11:21 a.m. On mid-morning show today, we have Dr. Zafreen Valli. She's the co-founder of the Care4U2's organization. And then we have Attiya Daabhay, who is a speech therapist and audiologist. And the reason she's here is she is giving back by way of the Care4U2 initiative. Zafreen, let's come to you now and ask about these support group sessions, the structure of the sessions, and what activities or discussions typically take place during these sessions. And Attiya did indicate that it is run over a 6-week period every Saturday morning, I presume.
Okay, so the support groups are actually Saturday afternoons
Oh,
because because myself, yes, because I work as well, and sometimes it's just best that moms have things to do in the morning. They might have other therapies to attend in the morning. So like this on a Saturday afternoon, a lot of them are freer, and husbands are home as well to help look after their child, and then they are able to attend these sessions. Care4U2, it's been a journey with our support groups actually. We had wanted to start this on the onset when we started the organization, but there was never a perfect time. And Alhamdulillah, I'm also the co-founder of the Love Life and Beyond support groups with Swaifa Bellam, the psychologist, and Shanaz Adam again. We started up other support groups during the COVID period. Predominantly, we started up our first support group for teenage girls with anxiety and depression during COVID. We had a real demand, and during COVID, we actually started our sessions. And from there, we expanded. So, besides the support group that we have for our special needs moms, we also run support groups for widows. We run support groups for moms that have lost children and teenage girls with depression and anxiety as well on Saturdays. The structure for the special needs moms and where Care4U2 comes in is, as Attiya said earlier, it's very well planned out. It's an excellent program. Different topics are.
okay. Zafreen's just frozen there. Let's bring you in, Attiya, if you just want to pick up from there and continue.
Okay, yes, sure. So, as Dr. Zafreen was saying, different topics are discussed. So, we have a plan for the 6 weeks. We have a structure, and every session there's a different topic. But obviously, our first session also determines how we modify that depending on the needs of the group and the people who are attending that specific group. But what we would focus on, like I mentioned before, is trying to empower these mums and trying to give them a way to move on that's sustainable. Because our sessions are only 6 weeks, we want to try and find ways that each of those moms leave with something that's going to help them for the future. So whether it means we assist them with getting into a school, whether it means we assist them with trying to find somewhere to put their child for their vocational needs, or whether it means we try and assist them financially or referrals to doctors. Whatever that is, that's our main goal at the end of it. But every single week, we try and bring in a different professional, whether it may be a speech therapist, occupational therapist, psychologist. We have sometimes we have different parents who come in from their perspective and talk about their journeys, and we structure it so that we're meeting different goals. So we will talk about financial difficulties, like we said. We will talk about what schools are available. We will talk about what therapies are available and where they can access it, whether it's private or public. But we also let our parents lead the groups. So even though we have a structure, we allow it to be parent led because they obviously need this space for their specific concerns. So that also dictates the way we run our groups, even though we do have a plan for them.
Okay, I see Zafreen's back online. She's unfrozen herself. Welcome
I
back,
don't know. I
Zafreen.
think it's the sorry, Manny. I think it's the reception here
No, it's
in
the
the big.
network. We have
Yeah.
these problems. Okay.
Yes.
So, Zafreen, I like what Attiya has indicated regarding parent led, and each week you'd probably use a different topic. Would you expect parents? Let's assume I have a child with a hearing difficulty. So I come on week one and you then talk about that, or I initiate that discussion. But knowing that the subsequent weeks are going to be different, would it matter then if I only attended that first or second session and not come for the subsequent sessions? How is that structure? How does that structure work? And more importantly, where are these sessions being held? Is it at a house, at a school? How do people reach you and contact you and get there?
Okay, so our poster has gone out. Our contact person for all of this is Attiya. Her cell phone number is on there. She'll facilitate and coordinate everything. So over the last 2 years, what we've done is there's a lot of trials that have been going around on what's the best way forward to actually deal with different types of special needs and diagnosis. So, as you said, if a mom who has a child with hearing difficulty comes in and the only one session is based on her, we still advise her to continue coming because there's a lot that she can learn and there's a lot of other questions that she may also be able to gain some more information and more advice, not only based on where do I take my child for hearing aids or what are the other options, depending on the type of diagnosis the child has. It's not only for hearing aids, there could be so many different, the child could need a cochlear transplant, for example. So there are a lot of different issues with one. But what we advise our moms is to continue. Come to those sessions, finish the sessions, because I promise you, you will go out there feeling much more informed, and you'll have a lot more avenues available to yourself. And we are all always accessible. All the facilitators in the support groups are accessible to any of the mums anytime. We have a lot of mums that call us on their own, even after the sessions, to say, please, I need help with this. Can you direct me here? Can you direct me there? So we have a wonderful team, alhamdulillah. And if we don't know anything, we will make it a point to find out and then get back to you. As to where we're based in Amarentia. Alhamdulillah, the Greenside Muslim Association and the Masjid has given us their property opposite the mosque at one of their houses to use as a community initiative. And I must say, Alhamdulillah, it's been going very, very well.
Subhanallah, subhanallah. I attended a session there. I think it was a sister from Syria who came to give a talk, and the facilities are absolutely beautiful, comfortable, and the best place one could have all of these sessions. We are running out of time now, but let me ask Attiya this question. Attiya, when do you believe that someone you've worked with, together with the foundation or the organization that's Care4U2, when do you believe that, what are the signs that tell you that you've been successful with a particular patient perhaps, or a particular parent regarding the support services you provide? And the same question I'm going to give you in closing, Zafreen Valli. So let's go with you first, Attiya.
Okay, so from my side, I think when we notice that we have been successful is in the beginning of the support groups. Our mums are usually very reserved, very quiet, very reluctant to share information or contribute. But when it comes to the end of those support groups, you notice how they actually open up, and you can tell that they've become empowered and they're willing to share and they're willing to give advice. So for me, I think just making them feel that their voice is heard and making them feel that what they say and what they know from experience, just being mums, is actually important and that other people can benefit from that. And I also think that there has been a few patients where we managed to get them to accept that their child needs to go to a specific school or attend a specific therapy or seek necessary help. So I think that's also where we see success, is actually understanding the importance of therapy or the importance of choosing what's right for your child and not trying to compare them to what society defines as the norm. So I think that's
Absolutely.
that's what has stood out for me in terms of success in that support group, and just the community that we create. We have a WhatsApp group, people interact, people give ideas, people check in now and then. So I think it's just creating that safe space that's actually forever, even when those 6 sessions are over.
Okay, so Zafreen, in closing, my next guest has already connected, and that, of course, is Dr. Jonathan, whom we will join in a minute or two. But in closing, Zafreen, this is really about supporting moms through a very traumatic time in their lives, knowing that the child is presenting with a specific disability, and for moms to know it's not their fault, for them to know that help is available, to know that you'll hold their hand and help them through this journey. Having said that, would it be okay for me to attend the sessions just to be an observer and, see what I can take away from that regarding the work I do?
So we have a very strict confidentiality clause, and now with the new POPIA Act, Unfortunately, permission will have to be given by the moms if they will
Okay.
allow that. And
All
of
right.
course, the rest of the team and the board.
Okay.
The reason for that is, when moms come into the space, they need to feel confident enough to know that whatever they say here is going to be just with the professionals present. So we don't allow even just anyone to come in there. Processes have to be followed to ensure and to entail that the mom feels safe at the end of the day. So Auntie Julie, you're welcome, but we'll follow the process, and if they all
No
give you
worries.
permission, then Alhamdulillah.
Absolutely. Okay, let's wrap up by asking, when do these sessions start?
Okay, so for the special needs moms, we're looking at after the school holidays. Am I right, Attiya? When we
Yes,
come
we
back in
are
July, the
allowed.
first Saturday
Yeah,
after the schools open.
yeah.
So that should be around the 26th of July, if I'm not mistaken. And our first set first 6 weeks will end on the first week of September. And then we'll
Thank you.
follow through
That's
the second one.
great stuff. That's where we have to leave it. Dr. Zafreen Valli, co-founder of the Care4U2 program, and to you, Attiya Daabhay, speech therapist and audiologist. Keep up the amazing work that you guys are involved in. I know you are making a positive difference. Thank you once again, and salaam alaikum to you both.
Walaikum
Walaikum
salam.
salam wa rahmatullahi.
11:33, let's go for a quick ad break, and when we get back, we're going to start talking with Dr. Jonathan Buckley. He is a pediatrician and a pediatric nephrologist.